Point, I looked this afternoon and I saw only 4 power outages, and I was really surprised at that. Where do things stand now?
We are very pleased at this point with Mother Nature at least cooperating with our equipment so far. We're under a dozen right now, and honestly, I think with us having the minimal icing, that's saved us quite a bit, but we're keeping an eye on the snow totals, obviously.
Snow totals, and you've got to be concerned about the ice coming in Sunday, too.
We are definitely looking at that system, and even with the heavy snow, if we start getting the snow on the limbs and the trees, that's going to create issues for us as well. So while we're not having ice, at least today, we're certainly not out of the woods just yet.
Okay, so I'm picturing a command center in which people are keeping an eye on what the weather is doing and where the crews are and that sort of thing. So what are the plans emerging now for the icing event that we hear might happen on Sunday evening?
Well, what we are is we're in the middle of our storm planning stages where we're reaching out to all of our resources, making sure that we've got supplies ready and stocked and certainly ready to be deployed in the need, obviously. But we've got, fortunately for us, we have crews that are right next door in Indiana. If we have a lot of outages here, as well as our colleagues out of the Carolinas. So we're able to at least pull from internal resources before we need to go outside of our company, typically if we have significant outages.
Does the history of this storm, as you have seen it thus far, indicate to you that you're going to really need to draw on those resources?
I think it's somewhat hard to predict that, obviously. With this storm, I think we were watching it closely, thinking that it may have been a little bit more of an ice event and certainly more significant for us. So we're pleasantly surprised that at this point our infrastructure has been relatively strong, stable, and unaffected at this point by this round of storms. But like you said, we'll be keeping an eye towards the forecast and how Sunday's shaping up.
And Sally, what is your recommendation for folks who are at home right now, really can't go out in many instances because the weather is so bad, but need to take preparations nonetheless in the event things get a little worse?
Well, obviously, we always think it's a good idea for customers to have an emergency kit with non-perishables, with water, with flashlights, that sort of thing. But in the event that, you do lose power, we would always recommend and encourage customers to go check on, any neighbors or family members that may have special medical needs and certainly make sure they're being taken care of as well.
All right, we've been talking with Sally Thalen of Duke Energy about their plans and the plans that you yourself should be making as this storm bears down on us ever more. Sally, thank you so much.